Welcome to this transformative video where we'll be exploring one of the most powerful skills you can develop: emotional intelligence, also known as EQ. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. If you're looking to improve your personal relationships, achieve greater success in your career, and lead a more balanced, fulfilling life, enhancing your emotional intelligence is the key. In this video, we're going to break down emotional intelligence into manageable parts and teach you step by step how to build each one. We'll be discussing how to develop greater self-awareness, better self-regulation, improve your empathy, strengthen your social skills, and foster intrinsic motivation. By the end of this video, you'll have a thorough understanding of how to enhance your emotional intelligence and apply it to every aspect of your life. This is your invitation to start the journey toward mastering your emotions and transforming your relationships, career, and well-being. Let's begin by delving deeper into what emotional intelligence truly is and why it's so important in today's fast-paced and emotionally charged world. Firstly, what is emotional intelligence? To start our journey, let's define emotional intelligence in more depth. Emotional intelligence, often abbreviated as EQ, emotional quotient, refers to the ability to identify, understand, and manage our own emotions and the emotions of others. While IQ, intelligence quotient, measures cognitive intelligence, EQ measures emotional and social competence. People with high EQ are more self-aware, empathetic, and effective at managing their emotions and relationships. Psychologist Daniel Goleman popularized the term emotional intelligence and identified 5 key components that form the foundation of EQ. Self-awareness, the ability to recognize your own emotions and how they affect your thoughts and behavior. Self-regulation, the ability to control your emotions and impulses, especially in stressful or challenging situations. Motivation, a passion for achieving goals with energy and persistence, driven by internal rewards rather than external recognition. Empathy, the ability to understand the emotional makeup of other people and respond to them with compassion. Social skills, the ability to manage relationships and build networks, including effective communication, conflict management, and teamwork. These 5 components are not static traits but can be developed and refined through intentional effort. While IQ tends to remain relatively stable throughout life, EQ can be cultivated and enhanced over time. In fact, studies show that individuals with higher EQ often achieve greater success in life than those with high IQ alone. Why? Because relationships, communication, and emotional management are central to almost every aspect of personal and professional life. The first step in enhancing your emotional intelligence is developing self-awareness. Self-awareness forms the foundation for all other aspects of EQ. Let's dive into what self-awareness is and how you can cultivate it. Secondly, the power of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. Without understanding your own emotions, it's impossible to effectively manage them or relate to others. Self-awareness is about being in tune with what you're feeling in the present moment and understanding how your emotions influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. People with strong self-awareness don't let their emotions control them. Instead, they take time to reflect on what they feel and why they feel that way. Self-aware individuals are better equipped to make thoughtful decisions, as they are less likely to act impulsively based on temporary emotions. How to develop self-awareness. Practice. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully engaged in the moment, without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise, without getting caught up in them. Try starting with just a few minutes of mindfulness meditation each day. Focus on your breath and allow yourself to observe your emotions without trying to change or suppress them. Keep an emotional journal. Journaling is an effective way to track your emotions and reflect on how they change throughout the day. At the end of each day, write down the emotions you experienced and the situations that triggered them. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns which will help you understand your emotional triggers and how you typically respond to certain situations. Ask for feedback. Sometimes we're blind to our own emotional patterns. Asking trusted friends, family, or colleagues for feedback can provide valuable insights into how others perceive you. Ask them how you handle stressful situations, how you come across in emotional conversations, and whether they think you could improve in any areas. Identify your emotional triggers. Emotional triggers are situations, people, or events that provoke an intense emotional response. Once you identify what your triggers are, you can work on managing your reaction to them. For example, if you know that certain types of criticism trigger anger, you can consciously practice staying calm when receiving feedback. Reflect regularly. Take time each day to reflect on your emotions and how they influenced your decisions and actions. Ask yourself questions like, why did I react the way I did? Was my emotional response appropriate to the situation? And how could I have handled it differently? Regular reflection helps you gain deeper insights into your emotional patterns. Benefits of self-awareness. Becoming more self-aware improves your emotional intelligence in several ways. First, it helps you understand how your emotions influence your actions and decisions, making it easier to change unhelpful patterns. Second, it allows you to communicate more effectively with others by articulating your feelings and needs clearly. Third, self-awareness reduces impulsive reactions, giving you the space to choose thoughtful responses instead of emotional outbursts. Finally, self-awareness enhances your empathy for others as you become more attuned to how your own emotions affect your interactions. Once you've built a solid foundation of self-awareness, the next step is to develop self-regulation, or the ability to manage your emotions effectively. Third, mastering self-regulation. Emotional intelligence isn't just about recognizing your emotions, it's about managing them too. This is where self-regulation comes into play. Self-regulation is the ability to control your emotions and behavior in response to the situations you encounter. It doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but rather managing them in a way that is healthy, productive, and aligned with your values. Imagine you're in a stressful meeting at work and someone criticizes your ideas. Your initial emotional response might be anger or frustration. Without self-regulation, you might snap back or become defensive. But with self-regulation, you can pause, take a deep breath, and choose a more constructive response, such as calmly addressing the criticism or asking clarifying questions. How to cultivate self-regulation. Pause before responding. In emotionally charged situations, it's easy to react impulsively. One of the best ways to practice self-regulation is by pausing before responding. Take a few deep breaths and allow yourself time to process what's happening before you say or do anything. This brief pause can make all the difference in preventing an emotional outburst and choosing a more thoughtful response. Challenge negative thoughts. Emotions are often triggered by thoughts, especially negative ones. When you find yourself feeling angry, anxious, or upset, take a moment to examine the thoughts behind your emotions. Are they rational? Are you making assumptions or jumping to conclusions? By challenging your negative thoughts, you can diffuse the intensity of your emotions. Practice relaxation techniques. When you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, relaxation techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or visualization can help you calm down. These techniques activate the body's relaxation response, reducing the physiological symptoms of stress and giving you more control over your emotions. Stay flexible. People with high emotional intelligence are adaptable. They're able to adjust their emotional responses depending on the situation. For example, if something unexpected happens at work, instead of panicking, someone with strong self-regulation would stay calm and figure out the next best step. Flexibility in emotional responses is a hallmark of emotional intelligence. Develop a positive internal dialogue. Self-regulation is closely linked to how we talk to ourselves. If your internal dialogue is full of self-criticism or negativity, it will be harder to regulate your emotions. Instead, practice cultivating a positive and supportive inner voice. Remind yourself of your strengths and focus on constructive solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Benefits of self-regulation. Mastering self-regulation has far-reaching benefits. It helps you remain calm under pressure, make better decisions, and avoid the regret that often comes with impulsive actions. Self-regulation also improves your relationships, as it enables you to respond to others with patience, understanding, and respect, even in difficult situations. In the workplace, self-regulation is a critical leadership skill, as it helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Now that you've learned how to regulate your emotions, let's explore the next key component of emotional intelligence: motivation. Fourth, cultivating intrinsic motivation. Motivation is a driving force behind human behavior, but in the context of emotional intelligence, it goes beyond the desire for external rewards like money, fame, or recognition. People with high emotional intelligence are motivated by internal factors. They find meaning, fulfillment, and satisfaction in the work itself, not just the outcome. This kind of motivation is known as intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation involves having a passion for what you do, a commitment to long-term goals, and the resilience to persevere through challenges. People with intrinsic motivation are more likely to experience joy and satisfaction in their work and personal lives because their drive comes from within, rather than from external validation. How to cultivate intrinsic motivation. Set meaningful goals. To stay motivated in the long term, it's important to set goals that align with your core values and personal passions. Instead of setting goals based on external expectations, focus on what truly matters to you. What kind of impact do you want to make? What are your deepest aspirations? Break goals into smaller steps. Large long-term goals can sometimes feel overwhelming. To stay motivated, break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Each small achievement will provide a sense of accomplishment and keep your momentum going. Find purpose in what you do. Even in routine or mundane tasks, try to find a sense of purpose. Ask yourself how the work you're doing contributes to your larger goals or the well-being of others. When you view your actions through the lens of purpose, motivation becomes easier to sustain. Celebrate progress. Motivation thrives on progress. Take time to celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. Recognizing your achievements along the way will boost your motivation and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool for enhancing motivation. Regularly take a few moments to visualize yourself achieving your goals. Imagine the emotions you'll feel, the satisfaction of success, and the positive outcomes of your efforts. This technique activates the brain's reward system, making you more motivated to take action. Benefits of intrinsic motivation. When you're intrinsically motivated, you're more likely to experience joy and satisfaction in what you do, regardless of external recognition or rewards. This kind of motivation leads to greater creativity, perseverance, and a sense of fulfillment. In the workplace, intrinsically motivated employees are more engaged, productive, and committed to their work. Intrinsic motivation also fosters resilience, as people who are driven by internal goals are more likely to push through challenges and setbacks. As you continue to develop your emotional intelligence, the next crucial skill to cultivate is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Fifth, the power of empathy. Empathy is at the heart of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to see the world from their perspective, and to respond with compassion. Empathy allows us to connect with others on a deeper emotional level and fosters trust, cooperation, and meaningful relationships. There are 3 types of empathy. Cognitive empathy, the ability to understand someone else's perspective or mental state. Emotional empathy, the ability to physically feel what someone else is feeling. Compassionate empathy, not only understanding and sharing another person's feelings, but also taking action to help them. Empathy isn't just about being nice. It's a crucial skill in building trust, resolving conflicts, and fostering collaboration, both in personal relationships and in the workplace. How to develop empathy? Practice active listening. Active listening is one of the most important empathy skills. It means giving someone your full attention when they're speaking, without interrupting or thinking about your response. Focus on their words, tone, and body language, and ask clarifying questions to show that you're genuinely interested in understanding their feelings. Put yourself in their shoes. When someone is going through a difficult time, try to imagine how you would feel in their situation. Ask yourself, if I were in their shoes, what emotions would I be experiencing? This simple mental exercise can help you better understand their perspective and respond with compassion. Observe nonverbal cues. A large part of communication is nonverbal. Pay attention to people's facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice, as these often convey more about their emotions than words alone. By tuning into these cues, you'll gain a deeper understanding of how they're feeling. Avoid judgment. Empathy requires an open mind. Instead of judging someone for how they feel or react, try to understand why they feel that way. Everyone's experiences and emotions are valid, even if they're different from your own. Show empathy through actions. Empathy isn't just about understanding. It's about responding in a way that makes the other person feel heard and supported. Whether it's offering a kind word, a helping hand, or simply being there to listen, your actions can show empathy more powerfully than words alone. Benefits of empathy. Empathy strengthens relationships by fostering trust and emotional connection. When people feel understood, they're more likely to open up, share their thoughts, and collaborate effectively. In the workplace, empathetic leaders are able to inspire loyalty and commitment from their teams. In personal relationships, empathy deepens emotional bonds and helps resolve conflicts in a compassionate way. With empathy as a foundation, let's now turn to the final key component of emotional intelligence: social skills. Sixth, strengthening social skills. Emotional intelligence is about relationships, how we navigate the social world and interact with others. Social skills are the tools we use to build connections, manage relationships, and communicate effectively. Whether it's in your personal life, at work, or in social settings, strong social skills are essential for success. People with high social intelligence are able to communicate clearly, listen effectively, and resolve conflicts with ease. They're skilled at building rapport and fostering cooperation, which makes them effective leaders, team players, and partners. How to strengthen social skills. Improve communication. Clear and honest communication is the foundation of strong social skills. When communicating, focus on clarity and emotional transparency. Be open about your feelings and intentions, and listen actively to others. Avoid passive-aggressive behavior or withholding information, as this can damage trust. Develop conflict resolution skills. Conflicts are inevitable in any relationship, but how you handle them makes all the difference. Approach conflicts with a calm, solution-focused mindset. Instead of blaming or attacking the other person, focus on finding a resolution that works for both parties. Practice empathy during conflicts to better understand the other person's perspective. Build rapport. Building rapport is about creating a sense of connection and trust with others. You can build rapport by finding common ground, showing genuine interest in others, and being approachable. Small gestures like smiling, making eye contact, and using people's names can go a long way in building positive relationships. Be open to feedback. People with strong social skills are open to feedback. They listen carefully when others offer suggestions or criticisms and use this feedback to improve. Openness to feedback fosters trust and shows that you're willing to grow and evolve. Practice emotional transparency. Social skills aren't just about what you say, they're also about how you manage your emotions in social settings. Practice emotional transparency by expressing your feelings in a constructive way. For example, instead of bottling up frustration, calmly express how you feel and why. This type of emotional honesty strengthens relationships and prevents misunderstandings. Benefits of strong social skills. Strong social skills are essential for building healthy relationships, both personally and professionally. In the workplace, people with good social skills are often seen as leaders and influencers. They're able to inspire others, resolve conflicts, and foster collaboration. In personal relationships, social skills help you communicate effectively, manage conflicts, and build deeper emotional connections. Now that we've explored the core components of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, let's look at how to apply these skills in specific areas of life, including personal relationships, the workplace, and beyond. Seventh, applying emotional intelligence in personal relationships. Emotional intelligence is the foundation for healthy and fulfilling relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, or romantic partners, emotional intelligence helps you navigate the complexities of human connection with empathy, understanding, and grace. How to apply emotional intelligence in personal relationships. Be vulnerable. Emotional vulnerability is key to deepening your relationships. Share your feelings openly and honestly with your loved ones. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you create space for greater intimacy and trust. Practice active listening. In personal relationships, active listening is one of the most important skills you can develop. When your loved ones share their thoughts or feelings, listen fully without interrupting or thinking about your response. Show empathy by acknowledging their emotions and offering support. Manage conflict with empathy. Conflicts are a natural part of any relationship, but how you handle them determines the strength of the relationship. Instead of reacting emotionally, approach conflicts with empathy and a problem-solving mindset. Try to understand the other person's perspective and find a resolution that works for both of you. Cultivate emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is built on trust, communication, and empathy. Make time for meaningful conversations, share your dreams and fears, and show your loved ones that you value and appreciate them. By deepening your emotional connection, you strengthen the bond in your relationships. Support emotional growth. Encourage emotional growth in your loved ones by supporting their personal development. Be there for them during difficult times, offer encouragement, and celebrate their successes. When you foster emotional growth in others, you create a supportive and nurturing relationship. Benefits of emotional intelligence in personal relationships. Emotional intelligence strengthens your relationships by fostering trust, empathy, and open communication. When you approach relationships with emotional intelligence, you're able to navigate challenges with grace and resolve conflicts in a way that deepens your connection. As a result, your relationships become more fulfilling, harmonious, and resilient. Eighth, emotional intelligence in the workplace. In the workplace, emotional intelligence is often the differentiator between good and great leaders. It helps you navigate the complexities of interpersonal dynamics, foster collaboration, and create a positive work environment. How to apply emotional intelligence in the workplace. Lead with emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent leaders are self-aware, empathetic, and skilled at managing their emotions. They lead by example, inspire trust, and foster a culture of respect and collaboration. As a leader, practice empathy, listen to your team's concerns, and respond with compassion. Manage stress effectively. The workplace can be a stressful environment, but emotional intelligence helps you manage stress and remain calm under pressure. Use relaxation techniques like deep breathing or mindfulness to stay centered during challenging situations. By managing your stress, you set a positive example for your team and create a more balanced work environment. Foster collaboration. Emotional intelligence helps you build strong, collaborative relationships with your colleagues. Practice active listening, show empathy, and communicate clearly to foster a culture of teamwork. When conflicts arise, approach them with a solution-focused mindset and work together to find a resolution. Develop emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. In the workplace, emotional resilience is essential for maintaining motivation and perseverance. Practice self-regulation to manage your emotional responses to setbacks and focus on finding solutions. Be open to feedback. In the workplace, emotional intelligence helps you receive and give feedback in a constructive way. Be open to receiving feedback from your colleagues and use it as an opportunity for growth. When giving feedback, do so with empathy and respect, focusing on solutions rather than criticism. Benefits of emotional intelligence in the workplace. In the workplace, emotional intelligence leads to greater job satisfaction, improved teamwork, and enhanced leadership abilities. Emotionally intelligent employees are more adaptable, resilient, and effective at managing relationships, which leads to higher productivity and job performance. Ninth, lifelong emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is not a skill you master overnight. It's a lifelong journey of growth and development. The more you practice self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, motivation, and social skills, the more you'll enhance your emotional intelligence and transform your relationships, career, and well-being. How to continue developing emotional intelligence. Reflect regularly. Make time for regular reflection on your emotions and behaviors. Ask yourself how you handle different situations and what you could improve. By regularly reflecting on your emotional patterns, you'll continue to grow and develop your emotional intelligence. Seek feedback. Continue seeking feedback from others to gain new insights into your emotional intelligence. Ask trusted friends, family, or colleagues for their honest opinions about how you handle emotions in relationships. Use their feedback to identify areas for improvement. Practice emotional growth. Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be practiced and strengthened over time. Continue to practice mindfulness, empathy, and self-regulation in your daily life. The more you practice, the more natural these skills will become. Embrace emotional challenges. Emotional intelligence grows in challenging situations. Embrace emotional challenges as opportunities for growth. Whether it's navigating a difficult relationship or managing stress at work, use these experiences to deepen your emotional intelligence. Cultivate a growth mindset. Emotional intelligence requires a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve your skills and abilities through effort and practice. Approach emotional challenges with curiosity and a willingness to learn. Remember that emotional intelligence is a lifelong journey, and there's always room for growth. Benefits of lifelong emotional intelligence. By committing to lifelong emotional growth, you'll continue to enhance your relationships, career, and well-being. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, build deeper connections with others, and experience greater fulfillment and success. 10th, enhancing emotional intelligence in leadership. Leadership is one of the key areas where emotional intelligence shines. Whether you're leading a team at work, a family at home, or a group of friends in a personal project, emotionally intelligent leadership makes all the difference. Effective leaders aren't just those who have high cognitive intelligence or specialized knowledge. They are the ones who can inspire, motivate, and connect with others emotionally. Key attributes of emotionally intelligent leaders. Empathetic leadership. Empathy is the cornerstone of emotionally intelligent leadership. A great leader not only understands the tasks their team members are handling, but also understands the emotional challenges they might be facing. By practicing empathy, leaders build trust and a deeper connection with their teams. For instance, recognizing when someone is overwhelmed or stressed and offering support can boost morale and loyalty. Emotional agility. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are emotionally agile. They can adapt their emotional responses to fit different situations. When faced with setbacks, instead of responding with frustration or blame, emotionally agile leaders maintain their composure, encourage problem solving, and keep the team focused on finding solutions. Emotional transparency. An emotionally intelligent leader is open about their feelings, but in a way that encourages trust and collaboration. Instead of hiding their emotions, they share them in a constructive manner. For example, if a project faces difficulties, an emotionally intelligent leader might acknowledge their disappointment, but follow up with optimism and strategies for improvement. Active listening and communication. Emotionally intelligent leaders know that leadership is not just about talking, it's about listening. They engage in active listening, ensuring that their team members feel heard and valued. This creates an open line of communication where employees feel comfortable expressing their ideas, concerns, and feedback. Strategies to enhance leadership through emotional intelligence. Foster an emotionally supportive environment. Create an atmosphere where team members feel safe to express their emotions. When employees feel emotionally supported, they're more engaged, productive, and willing to take risks. Provide constructive feedback. Leaders need to be skilled at delivering feedback in a way that encourages growth rather than criticism. When providing feedback, focus on specific behaviors and outcomes rather than personal attributes. Show empathy by acknowledging challenges while offering clear guidance for improvement. Develop emotional resilience in teams. Leaders can model emotional resilience by staying calm in times of crisis and helping their team do the same. Encourage open discussions about emotions and stress management strategies to build emotional resilience within your team. Benefits of emotionally intelligent leadership: builds stronger, more cohesive teams, increases employee engagement and loyalty, fosters creativity and innovation, improves overall team productivity and efficiency, encourages a positive, healthy workplace culture. By applying emotional intelligence in leadership, you inspire others to follow you not just because of your knowledge and experience, but because they feel emotionally connected to you and the vision you're working toward. 11th, emotional intelligence and conflict resolution. Conflict is an inevitable part of human interaction, whether it happens in your personal life, at work, or in social settings. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in how conflicts are managed and resolved. It helps you remain calm, assess the situation objectively, and approach disagreements with empathy and understanding. Conflict resolution is not about winning an argument, but about finding solutions that benefit everyone involved. The role of emotional intelligence in conflict resolution: self-regulation. During conflict, high emotional intelligence helps you regulate your emotions during conflicts. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting your emotions escalate the situation, you're able to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. For instance, rather than raising your voice or becoming defensive, you might take a deep breath and ask clarifying questions to better understand the other person's perspective. Active listening and empathy. Conflict resolution starts with listening. By actively listening to the other person's point of view and trying to understand their emotions, you show empathy and create a space for open communication. Empathy allows you to see the situation from their perspective and acknowledge their feelings, even if you don't agree with their viewpoint. Maintaining objectivity. Emotional intelligence helps you stay objective during conflicts. Instead of letting your emotions cloud your judgment, you can separate your feelings from the facts of the situation. This objectivity enables you to approach the conflict with a solution-focused mindset rather than getting stuck in blame or defensiveness. Collaborative problem solving. Emotionally intelligent people approach conflict resolution as a collaborative process. Rather than trying to win the argument or prove the other person wrong, they focus on finding a solution that meets the needs of both parties. This involves open communication, compromise, and a willingness to explore different options. Strategies for applying emotional intelligence in conflict resolution. Stay calm and centered. Before addressing a conflict, take a moment to center yourself. Practice deep breathing or mindfulness to calm your emotions. This will help you approach the situation with clarity and composure rather than reacting impulsively. Use I statements. When expressing your feelings during a conflict, use I statements rather than you statements. For example, say, "I feel frustrated when," instead of "you always." This shifts the focus to your emotions rather than blaming the other person, which helps prevent defensiveness. Seek common ground. During a conflict, focus on finding common ground. What are the shared goals or interests between you and the other person? By emphasizing these, you can move toward a solution that benefits both parties. Stay solution-oriented. Instead of dwelling on the problem or past grievances, shift the conversation toward solutions. Ask questions like, "What can we do to resolve this?" Or, "How can we move forward from here?" By staying solution-focused, you create a pathway to resolution. Benefits of emotional intelligence in conflict resolution: reduces tension and emotional escalation during conflicts, fosters mutual understanding and empathy, encourages constructive problem-solving and compromise, builds stronger, more respectful relationships, helps prevent future conflicts by improving communication and understanding. By using emotional intelligence to navigate conflicts, you transform disagreements into opportunities for growth and stronger relationships. Rather than viewing conflict as a negative experience, see it as a chance to practice empathy, improve communication, and build deeper connections with others. 12th, building emotional intelligence for long-term success. Developing emotional intelligence is a lifelong journey, and the benefits extend far beyond personal relationships or workplace interactions. It's a critical skill for achieving long-term success, happiness, and well-being. Emotionally intelligent individuals are more resilient, adaptable, and capable of managing the ups and downs of life with grace. Long-term benefits of emotional intelligence: increased resilience. Emotional intelligence equips you with the tools to manage stress, disappointment, and adversity. Instead of being overwhelmed by challenges, you can navigate difficult situations with resilience and a positive mindset. This resilience is key to achieving long-term success, as it allows you to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving toward your goals. Greater self-confidence. Emotional intelligence fosters self-awareness and self-acceptance, which leads to greater self-confidence. When you understand your emotions and how they influence your actions, you become more in control of your life. This self-confidence enables you to take on new challenges, pursue your goals with determination, and achieve personal growth. Enhanced decision-making. Emotional intelligence improves your ability to make thoughtful, informed decisions. By being in tune with your emotions, you're better equipped to evaluate situations objectively and make decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. This leads to more successful outcomes in both your personal and professional life. Stronger interpersonal relationships. Over time, emotional intelligence helps you build deeper, more meaningful relationships. By practicing empathy, active listening, and emotional transparency, you foster trust and connection with others. These strong relationships provide a solid foundation for personal and professional success. Improved mental health. Emotional intelligence is closely linked to mental well-being. By managing your emotions effectively, you reduce stress, anxiety, and negative emotions. Emotional intelligence also helps you cultivate positive emotions like gratitude, joy, and contentment, leading to greater overall happiness. How to maintain and continue developing emotional intelligence. Commit to lifelong learning. Emotional intelligence is not a static skill. It's something you can continue to develop throughout your life. Commit to learning and growing emotionally, whether through self-reflection, mindfulness practices, or seeking feedback from others. Practice emotional regulation. Daily emotional regulation is a skill that improves with practice. Make it a daily habit to check in with your emotions, especially during stressful or challenging situations. The more you practice emotional regulation, the more naturally it will come to you. Seek out emotional challenges. Don't shy away from emotional challenges. Instead, embrace them as opportunities for growth. Whether it's navigating a difficult conversation, managing stress at work, or resolving a conflict, each emotional challenge gives you the chance to strengthen your emotional intelligence. Surround yourself with emotionally intelligent people. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on your emotional growth. Seek out relationships with emotionally intelligent individuals who model empathy, self-awareness, and emotional regulation. These relationships will inspire and support your own emotional development. Celebrate emotional growth. Take time to celebrate your emotional growth and progress. Reflect on how far you've come in your journey toward emotional intelligence and acknowledge the positive impact it's had on your life. This sense of accomplishment will motivate you to continue developing your emotional intelligence. The lasting impact of emotional intelligence. As you continue to build your emotional intelligence, you'll notice a profound shift in how you approach life. You'll become more resilient, confident, and compassionate. Your relationships will deepen, and you'll find greater success in your personal and professional pursuits. Emotional intelligence isn't just a skill. It's a way of life that leads to lasting happiness, fulfillment, and success. Congratulations on completing this journey into emotional intelligence. You've learned the core components of EQ, including self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. You've explored how to apply these skills in leadership, conflict resolution, and long-term success. But this is only the beginning. Emotional intelligence is a lifelong journey, and the more you practice, the more you'll grow. The benefits of emotional intelligence are limitless. Greater happiness, stronger relationships, professional success, and emotional resilience. If you're ready to continue your journey of emotional growth, start today. Pick one area of emotional intelligence to focus on, whether it's practicing empathy, improving self-regulation, or developing your leadership skills. Make a commitment to apply these skills in your daily life and watch how your relationships, career, and well-being transform. Like, share, comments, and subscribe to this channel for more tools and insights on emotional intelligence, personal growth, and emotional mastery. By enhancing your emotional intelligence, you're taking a powerful step toward a more fulfilling and successful life. Now is the time to start. Take action, build your emotional intelligence, and unlock your full potential. And thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Remember, emotional intelligence is the key to unlocking success, happiness, and fulfillment in every area of your life.